Hi, this is John, and I'm going to talk to you about the 5 things you're going to care less about and the 5 things you're going to care more about as you age. I'm coming to you from Seattle's Discovery Park. These changes will start to happen to you in your 40s, and you won't expect them, but they'll just start. First up, the 5 things you're going to care less about as you get older. When you're younger, you care a lot about your housing. Everything with each time you move has to or ought to or you want it to get bigger, better, fancier, better views, better this, better that, better neighborhood, more convenience, or maybe more secluded if that's your thing. There comes a point in time, though, where you realize that it's not all that necessary. More money buys you better housing up to a point, and after that point, it's just sort of more of the same, but just a bit nicer. And one day you're going to think about your rent payments or your mortgage payments or the amount that you're spending on maintenance, and you're going to ask yourself, how much space do 1 or 2 people actually need? You have certain minimum requirements in your housing, and once you get past those minimum requirements, it's just sort of icing on the cake that is optional. Clothing is very important to you when you're in your younger years, and it becomes less and less important to you as you age. As you get older, you realize that if your clothes meet your standards, you're good. End of story. Nordstrom sells a lot of expensive clothing. The best one, the one that just blows me away, are leather pants that are imprinted with the pattern of denim, and they cost $7,000. See, I think that's idiotic. Why would you do that? If you want denim jeans, buy denim jeans. Why buy leather pants that look like denim and cost $7,000? It's like a beater used car. For me, for example, I'm fine with Hoka sneakers. I love polo shirts. They're very comfortable. They fit the bill. In the summertime, I like linen shorts, sneakers, and a polo shirt, and I'm good. You will develop, as you age, your own style of dressing, your own style of clothing. And you know what? It's fine. You don't need to follow fashion. When you're younger, trying new restaurants and new bars, grand openings is a thrill, and you do it, and that's great, and it's a lot of fun. As you get older, though, you're going to care less and less about that, and you know what you're going to care more about? You're going to care more about predictability, quality, familiarity, and value for your money. Seattle has, I read somewhere recently, about 4,000 restaurants, or slightly north of 4,000 restaurants. I go to about 10. They're my regulars. They're in my flight pattern. I don't have to go look for, grand openings. I don't care about that stuff. Now, if there's a special event, will I seek out a special restaurant for that special event? Sure, if it's something really, tremendously special. But for everyday meals, I've got my 10 restaurants that I like, and I'm good. And you're going to find the same thing for you. One reason why companies prefer younger workers is that they're more gullible. I can't tell you the number of company mission statements and vision statements that I've listened to, read, and had to digest. They're all the same after a point, and they don't matter for a hill of beans. When you're young, you'll willingly kill yourself for a company milestone, only to find later on that you're laid off or the company pushes you aside in a reorg, and then you'll go back and do it again. I've heard founders say how great things will be and how we're a team, followed by a layoff, a reorg, a pivot. I've heard CEOs credit wonderful financial results for this quarter on the senior management team's execution and leadership and vision. Curiously, though, when there are bad financial results, well, those are due to unforeseen external factors. And on and on and on. At some point, as we say in New York, you sort of have it up to here. It's all nonsense, it's regurgitated, and you don't have any tolerance for it anymore. As you age, you're going to want to do good work that you can be proud of. You're going to want to work with good people, you want to get good things done, and you're going to want to help people, help your customers in some way. And that's it. When you're younger, it's natural to notice when a friend or an acquaintance buys something nifty. You might do a little math and wonder about how you're doing relative to how they're doing. Here's the thing, as you get older, you won't care about any of that stuff. What matters isn't what you have or what you end up with. What matters is how you deal with the hands that life has dealt you. As you get older, you're going to find yourself being genuinely happy for your friends. And you know what? If I have rich friends, that's great. I love having rich friends. They give great presents at holiday time. And I'm continuing to walk in Discovery Park. Just had a slight encounter with a yellow jacket nest. That was a lot of fun, very thrilling. And here, are 5 things you're going to care more about as you get older. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. Period, full stop. We physically peak in our 20s. From the time you're 30, you're in a grand decline. Everything is getting worse or less with each passing year. And you don't notice it at first, but you will. It'll happen. Wanting to be healthy, which is what you're going to start caring more and more about, isn't about entirely just forestalling the inevitable final demise. It's also about enjoying your time now that you have left and being able to live it the way you want to live it. Not being able to go on a hike, go for an extended walk downtown, that's a terrible way to live. Some people may experience those things because of genetics. There's not much you can do about that. But what you will find yourself caring more about as you get older is doing whatever you can to prevent those sorts of problems from happening. I'm not talking about working out at a gym 5 days a week. If you can do that, fantastic. More power to you. Keep at it. I think that what gets you most of the way there is eating right, eating sensibly, being engaged with the world, being engaged with friends, being reasonably active, getting outdoors every day. Get out there and do stuff, even if it's just walking your dog, right? Get out there. That'll get you most of the way there. You don't want to be in a position where you can't go on a hike or you can't go for a walk without a big production. You want to be able to enjoy the life that you have. While you're caring more about your health, you're also going to be wrestling with your body's inevitable changes, and you're going to be caring more about them. The visible changes in your body include men grow hair, additional hair in their nostrils, their ears. They get bushier eyebrows. Hair grays, falls out. Your connective tissue loosens. And as a result, no matter how much you exercise, your muscles may be tough as steel, but the connective tissue around them becomes flabby. This didn't exist 10 years ago. What the hell is this? In a turkey, it's called a waddle. Every day I look in the mirror and I go, what the hell is this? Nothing I can do about it. The connective tissue of my neck has started to loosen up. Also, your skin gets various defects, wrinkles, leatheriness, skin tags, liver spots, aka age spots. I guess liver spots is the older term. They're really called age spots now. Varicose veins. All of those things happen. They are based upon genetics and how well you treat your skin in your younger years, in particular exposure to the sun. You're going to have to decide which of these defects and how many of these defects you accept and which ones you want to reduce or fix. And I'm going to speak for myself now. I started going bald in my 20s. By the time I was 30, I had male pattern baldness. It runs in the family. Nothing I can do about that. I have no interest in hair transplants or toupees or anything of that sort. Salt and pepper beard, yes. And now it's frankly mostly salt now. It is what it is. I looked at what's involved in dyeing your beard. Didn't want the hassle. You have to touch it up every couple of weeks. Didn't want that, so it is what it is. I use a prescription skin cream to reduce my age spots on my face and my scalp, but I don't have the interest and I don't want to go to the extent of trying to eliminate them completely. Skin tags, I see a dermatologist once a year to have skin tags cauterized or snipped off. There aren't many of them, but I like to kind of keep up with those. The thing that really bothers me is this right here. Yes, there are neck tucks that you can get where the surgeons, remove the excess flesh and tighten it up, but I've decided the cost and the risk is not worth it for me. You're going to have to make your own choices regarding risk, benefit, cost, and difficulty. Accepting the inevitable visible results of aging is the wiser choice. Whatever you can accept, accept it. I think of them as battle scars. I'm a survivor and my skin shows it. Yes, I have wrinkles. Yes, I've got age spots. Yes, I've got this turkey waddle under my neck. But you know what? I'm alive. I'm here. There are worse alternatives than being here, and I'm proud of that. Few of us have the talents to become artists or artisans. You're going to find as you get older that you're going to greatly enjoy giving it your best shot. If you don't already have a creative hobby, you're going to find yourself wanting one. And if, like me, you let your creative hobbies wither on the vine when you were younger, you are going to rush to embrace them again. And you know what? It's going to feel great. You'll find yourself reconnecting with friends or relatives who fell away and spending more time with people who know you best. And you're going to find it doesn't take planning a getaway to a California ski lodge for a week to do that. You're going to derive great enjoyment out of just being with friends, being with family, just talking about life in a comfortable restaurant or pub, or just calling them up on the phone just to hear their voice. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, nothing much. How's by you? And that's going to give you a huge amount of enjoyment. Ikigai is a Japanese concept that means that which gives your life meaning or purpose. It comes from doing enjoyable activities, feeling that you have a life well lived, and feeling connected with society and with the world as a whole. There's a classic Ikigai diagram that you can find on the web. Just search for Ikigai diagram and you'll see it. It's a Venn diagram with 4 large interlocking circles. And the 4 pillars of Ikigai are doing what you love, doing what you are good at, doing what the world needs, and doing what you can get paid for. Finding your Ikigai becomes more important as you age. You sense your own mortality, and you want to live your remaining life to the fullest extent possible. The fortunate ones among us think about this topic early in life. Some of us, like me, I admit, takes years to wise up. I encourage you to look up Ikigai and read about it. It's a very relevant and interesting concept that you will find yourself paying more attention to as you get older. So I'm going to put this at the end of the video because I didn't want to waste your time with it at the beginning. Who am I and why should you even listen to me? Well, I'm 66. I've worked in tech, or high tech as it used to be called, for 47 years. I live in Seattle, and I've worked for large companies, small companies, startups. I formed my own startups, and I live, I think, a pretty decent, good life. If you find 1 or 2 points don't quite hit home for you, I guess I would say, number 1, if you're younger, you just wait, they will. And if you're, in your 40s or 50s and 1 or 2 points don't quite resonate, that's okay. In fact, I'd love to hear your different concepts of what matters more or less as you get older. Email them to me. My email's in the description, or post them in the comments. Thank you for watching. Take care. I wish you well. Goodbye from Seattle's Discovery Park. Small channels like mine live and die by the number of likes. So if you like this video, please click the like button. Click the subscribe button to hear about future videos. Thank you for watching. See you next time.